Semi-finals. Again. England get very good at getting to semi-finals. I think that's 3 in a row now. World Cup, Nations League and Euro 2020. And if we play like we did last night, then yeah, we're going to the final. I'm not going to say it's coming home yet, but it's time to get excited as an England fan. I think the nation should be getting excited. The teams we've had to play, they've not been the top teams yet. Germany are not the same Germany, and Denmark, I watched that game. They looked out of it in the second half. They were, getting cramps, injuries. They weren't on the ball. They gave the Czechs too many chances. Czechs were also not on the ball. They had no ideas, couldn't figure it out. England looked quite fresh, considering, and I still don't think we've played our best, and hopefully we're going to get to the final and peak in the final, and that'll be our best performance. I don't think we played our best because I still think that we've gone too defensive in every game. But we're getting results, we're keeping clean sheets. I'm asking for more, but I really should be. But then again, I'm a fan, I like exciting football, and until last night, we hadn't played any exciting football. We got results, but not exciting football. And for 40 minutes after the first goal, I was shouting at the TV, moaning as usual, because it was just boring after the first goal. But the second half, we turned up second half. Ukraine dead on their feet, and we showed up. There are so many good performances last night. Sterling, that was his first real good game in my opinion. He didn't run down blind alleys. He made the right decisions. He passed the ball at the right time to the right person. He put Shaw in for one goal. He put Kane in for the goal very early on. And he attracted defenders to him, leaving space for others to exploit, which they did. And that's what I want Sterling to do every match. He infuriates me when he goes running off or makes the wrong decision, runs down a blind alley, gets tackled, loses the ball, when there are better options that he could have taken. And last night he made all the right bloody choices. He was fantastic. That is what you want from Sterling. I want to see it in the next match. I want to see it in the final. Take us there. Harry Kane. It's amazing what happens when you give the man service. I'm a Spurs fan. I knew there wasn't a problem with Harry Kane. He needs service. He can't create the opportunities to score goals and be dangerous from the halfway line. He doesn't have Son running in behind. They've played together for years. They have an understanding. They know what to do. He doesn't have that with the England team and players. It's not his game for them. He needs to stay within the width of the box. And when he is, and you supply him, he's going to score goals. I mean, he nearly had a hat-trick. That volley on his weak foot would have been a worldie. Maybe even goal of the tournament. Keeper made a good save. Luke Shaw, he's got his crossing boots on. Like the free kick, finally, England have got their set pieces together. Free kick in the corner, Mount at the corner. And, you can question the marking, but personally I think England, at the World Cup, we were fantastic at set pieces. We finally got our act together this tournament with set pieces, because we haven't been good at all in this tournament. And we had people behind the people that scored. We were ready to put that in the back of the net, even if someone messed it up. The free kicks were good, they were accurate. And they're clearly been worked on. We've finally got clicking with them, and I want to see more of that to come. But Luke Shaw, up and down. I mean, we were in a 4 last night. You don't need a 3 at the back and wing backs to get him in the game. He was just fantastic. Overlapping, perfectly timed. Delivery, fantastic. Cutting it back, crossing it high. He got the decisions right again. Okay, and it really helps when Sterling is laying the ball off to him when he does make that overlap. Instead of taking it back inside into where all the defenders are, he was playing it down the wing, and we look good. Kane in the middle, bang, goal. You just keep doing it. If it works, keep doing it. Didn't have as much down the right-hand side, but down the right-hand side, we had Sancho. He is a great player, and Man United have annoyingly looked like they've signed him. That's very bad for every other team in the Premiership. He is a really good player, a difference maker, little dribbles here and there, 1-2s, pass goes. The guy is going to be a really good player for a really long time, barring any injuries. And the fact that this was his first start and how fresh he was, that's crazy to me. It really was. He looked good. He looked like the kind of player that, if you're in a bit of a hole, just a bit of magic, jink here, and all of a sudden he's past a defender, he's crossing into the box. I wanted more from Walker to overlap him, which he did a couple of times, but I can't fault Walker's game. He was superb as well. One mistake, I think. Now the two midfielders. I'm not a fan of two defensive midfielders. I've never been a fan of two defensive midfielders. I think it just hinders your attack all the time. But Rice and Phillips, off the ball, are really good. They are. They cover each other perfectly. They're playing some really good football off the ball. On the ball, I just want them to be a bit more proactive. I'd rather an extra attacking player in there. But off the ball, they're great. On the ball, you need Phillips to do a bit more in the kind of forward press, and when they get the ball they need to look forward first before they pass it back to the centre back. Maguire and Stones have both got some excellent passing in this tournament, and they can help with the creative side of the game, but I'd rather it at a midfielder, because if a defender messes it up and then the opposition are straight on us, so that's my only real gripe about it. Henderson came on, he was passing forward. I like him as a defensive midfielder, and if it was me in charge, I'd have him, if he's fit, as the one and only defensive midfielder. I think Henderson's brilliant, and the fact he got his goal, it's about bloody time, but well done to him. And when he came on, he just looked a better player than what we've had in the midfield. He was passing forward, he was safe, he's willing to risk it, he has no fear of giving the ball away if he's passing it into the final third, and that I like that. And he's good at tracking and everything else about the game. He's a fantastic player. If he's fit, I think he should start playing. I think I know Rice and Phillips have got this kind of understanding. They've been working well throughout the tournament. They're no longer on yellow cards. That's wiped out. So we have depth in the midfield there with Henderson being fit. He looked quite good to me. So whether he can go a full 90, only Southgate's going to know. I don't think Southgate's going to change now. I think it'll be Rice and Phillips for the rest of the tournament. I hope one of them can do a bit more. I'm expecting Phillips to do it. I feel Rice is more of the defensive midfielder than Phillips, but I'm sure both of them are capable of doing it. They have that defensive mindset, which is not a bad thing, but it's not a good thing if you want to attack a bit more. I think the unlucky man, definitely Grealish. I heard Saka got an injury, but Grealish, how is he not in the team? The man is brilliant. I fear that they're going to be using him like an impact sub. Oh, we need something now. Bring on Grealish. And yes, he can do that, but he can do it from the start as well. That would be my change. It would be one of the midfielders for Grealish. Get Grealish on the field. He's that player that we really need. I thought Mount had a poor game, actually. He just wasn't involved much. He took the corner. He had a shot. Other than that, I didn't really see him doing that much. That could be, he's had a week off in isolation, not with COVID. Maybe it was just a bit kind of, he needs the constant games. Like a lot of these players, they don't like the week-long or over a week's worth of rest. They want the game and the game and the game. Maybe he's one of those types of players. It certainly looked like he wasn't involved as much as the others. And maybe it was because the others stepped up a gear, meant he didn't need to be involved. I mean, we certainly didn't miss him, even if he was missing. So there is that. Maguire, he's playing 9 minutes, looks fit. Stones, no mistakes. Pickford was doing his absolute best to give Ukraine a goal in the second half. He failed in giving them a goal, but he makes one mistake in the entire tournament, and then it just seems to play on his mind. He's just like, oh my god, I made a mistake and now I can't kick. So, yeah, let's hope he forgets all about that and he goes back to the Pickford we saw in the earlier part of the tournament where, he was saving our bacon. We don't need a goalkeeper making mistakes when we've been this solid so far. So yeah, all in all, really, really good. We just need to take it that step further. No more just semi-finals. Let's get to the final. We should do it. We've got the squad to do it. We've certainly got the depth on the bench to come on and change a game. I don't see any reason why we can't beat Denmark. They've got the emotional roller coaster, and I just feel that it was close to running out in their last match. They could have been done. Czech Republic just didn't have it in them. I think we should be going through to the final. Now the finals are, got to beat Denmark first. I don't want to talk about a final until we're in the final. So yeah, really good night. Really good night for England. Good night for all the players. Forget about that match now. Move on. Go and win the next one. I think we can do it.